Hey, good morning. Happy Monday morning. Welcome in. Obviously, going to be talking reselling. What's selling right now at the end of, well, I guess it's not the end of March, but we're getting closer to the end of March. Happy spring, everybody. We're going to be able to go over, wow, that's loud. We're going to be going over what sold over the weekend. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Total of 30, I don't know, like 37 orders. eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. I just had a Mercari sale of a bundle, and one of them is a puffer vest, Abercrombie & Fish, and it's upstairs, so I'm not going to go get that. Know what? What's up? Thanks for popping in. Let me know how your guys' sales were over the weekend. Hopefully, I'll be able to talk about some things that you guys have not heard, new brands to you, and what's selling, what I'm not picking up anymore, all the good stuff. You guys know what we're doing in here. Good morning. Good morning. Is it Beasley? Beasley? Good morning, Beasley. You guys know I'm not the best reader. All right, let's do eBay first. This just sold this morning. Guy messaged me and said, is it blue or black? I told him it was blue. Then he said, would you take $18? And I sent an offer for $18. Happy with that. Take a sale. Polo Ralph Lauren, size extra large, Blair. Blair doesn't really mean a whole lot other than it's usually more vintage of a shirt. Maybe it's a style. It's a really oversized, but I think that's in style. Sold for $18, bought it for $5. Lots of Polo Ralph Lauren sold over the weekend. You're going to see a trend here. Number one, I have one, Amy D, one small box I'm shipping, and it's a hat. I think I sold like one pair of pants, maybe. No jeans, no jackets other than that puffer I just sold. So you're seeing a trend. And most sales are going to be in that like $20 range. So it's that time of year. You got to sell a lot of volume to keep up with how much money you sold during the winter if you're new to reselling. All those jackets, you have to sell two to three spring items to keep up with those winter jackets, winter pants. What's up, Mike? Good morning, Brad. Sales over the weekend shot up big time. Let's go. I think it's that time of year. March, April, always good. Always good. March and April, always good. So that one, $18. I sent that person an offer and gotta have my phone. All right, so last week, I think I told you guys, actually 2 weeks ago, I went into a thrift store. And they had a whole bunch of new with tags or new without tags, I guess, because they were cut like that, but they still have the tags donated to them. And they had a ton, and they were priced from anywhere from like $15 to $25. Tons of sweaters too, which I put in storage for the winter. And I said, listen, will you guys sell all of it to me for $10 a piece? I'll buy it all right away. Yep, of course. I'll go see if we have more in the back. Brought out some more. So I got like 69 pieces of Polo Ralph Lauren. Went back a week later. They had a whole bunch more last week. So I bought a ton more for $10 a piece, and they're starting to sell. So here's one of them, Polo Ralph Lauren green. So I have $10 buy cost a piece on these, and I sold this for $27 via promoted listing. So that was an auto posture sale and via promoted listing sale. Happy about that. A best sale of the weekend was a Disney cupcake whip. Bought for $350, sold for $130. Let's go on the bay. All right, so that's a home run in my book. You buy anything for cheap, our thrift store prices, sell for over $100. In my opinion, these days, that's a home run. So I'm happy about that one. That's a good one. Seen Barber in one of your videos had a wool quarter zip sell for $70 on Depop. Let's go, Nick. Nick's venturing out a little bit more into the clothing world. Nick, are you? Felix will be happy about that. What's up, Crazy? Thanks for popping in. Brad. Good morning, Brad. Miss Ball, what's up? Good morning. Okay, so moral of the story is with that, wasn't Goodwill. They don't negotiate prices, but mom pop thrift stores, if you offer to buy a whole bunch, I spent like obviously just over $700 the first time, and then like $200 or $300 the second time. They're loving days like that. So these are Vineyard Vines performance pants. They don't say performance and they don't say on the go, but they are a nylon stretch and they have the little hit on the back. These sold within a week for $23.99 via promoted listings. So as you guys know, I'm still promoting everything at 9%. I'm getting more sales. I'm going to continue to do it. In the business of making sales. I know a lot of people don't want to promote, and I get it. It all comes down to your buy cost. If your buy cost lets you promote at a higher rate, then you can do that, which I can. If it doesn't, then don't do it. Don't do it. Don't lose money on sales and don't take less than what you want. Morning, Robert. How do you determine what item do you have? How do you determine what item you have? Have a Jose Banks coat, new condition. Cannot find one on eBay nor Jose Bank website. So a Jose Bank coat, is it a blazer or a suit jacket? Or is it like a jacket with a zipper? Francis, let me know what that is. What percent do I recommend to promote it as a beginner? It just depends. I know a lot of people who promote at 2%, which is about the minimum. What's up, Angie? I didn't even see you. Some people promote at 5%. Thanks for liking the live. The reason I did 10 was because someone I know sells tons of shoes on eBay and they promote at 10%. And I wasn't getting a ton of sales at the time, so I bumped mine up to 9, and I've seen a lot of improvement. So I don't know. Maybe just start. The good thing, like I said last time with promoting, thanks for the ice cream, Angie. Remember back in the day when people would do all the, all right, you can change it. So you can do 2% today, and then in an hour, you can decide to change it to 5%. I do 9%. All my top categories are clothing now. I still sell hard goods, but there's just not enough out there. I always find good clothing items. Nick, probably because that Goodwill's you go to, all those vultures standing right at the door when they put out those hard goods. I get it. I'm with you. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, piece of scrap. What's up? Is Zara worth picking up in general? Thoughts on the brand? Okay, so it depends on your buy cost. My buy cost is $5.25. I don't pick up Zara. I've sold one Zara piece in the past year. It was like a collaboration jacket. I forget what it sold for, but I don't really pick up Zara. I think maybe if you're getting it at the bins for 50 cents or whatever, and you're selling it for $10 or $12, $14, that's doable. You can do that all day long and make a full-time business out of that. Does coat with a zipper, 100% polyester, not a blazer, more of a dress coat? Huh. I don't know. I guess I would just look up like a jacket, full zip jacket, Jose Banks. My guess is though, if it's just a jacket like that, maybe like $25, $30, just guessing. I don't know. Good morning from South Carolina. What's up, South Carolina? What's up, Dora? Thanks for popping in. All right. Yeah, you guys can talk to each other about recommending your percentage. So LVF is talking about selling 2 to 5 or 2.5 to 7% promoted. Yeah, I'm not the only one in here, guys. You guys can talk to each other. What do you do? What's successful to you? Okay. Vineyard Vines. Did I already throw that over there? Okay. Next one, a hat. Travis Matthew hat sold for $17.99. I still have like 3 of these left from last year. If you followed me last year, I bought like 150 Travis Matthew hats for $5 a piece, and they almost all sold. Still selling a few here and there. That was promoted listing. This is also promoted listing. Selling a lot of promoted listing. You just, for me right now, it's like you got to pay to play. I'm fine with it. This is a Vineyard Vines. It's actually a flannel. It's a double layer. Double layer. Reisner knows the actual name, whatever. But it's like a jersey blazer. I don't know, or a flannel. Double layer flannel. Happy to get that sale, $19.99. So it doesn't sit till next year. I do 4%. Still small. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I don't think if you're seeing sales, also it depends on your price. Like Levi jeans, I can't buy them and sell them for under $20. It just I don't have that margin because I have to pay $8 for them. But if I'm buying them for $2, I'm pricing them at $19.99 and I'm promoting at $4, you'll probably get a lot of sales. And it's good. Double gauze. There you are, Reisner. Double gauze. So that is when you have the inner flannel. It's like a double layer. double gauze, like gauze, right? Good morning. Mom's in the house. Good morning. Your dad's ready to thrift with you again. There we go. She's in the house saying my dad is ready to thrift with me again. I know he is. I know he is. The question is, are you ready for him to thrift with me? I know, or at least what he brings home. If you guys didn't watch it, you can watch that live thrift with my dad, or not a live thrift, it was a video thrift with my dad. Let's see. What's up, Melissa? Thanks for popping in. I do 5 to 8% on clothing. Okay, so Nick is saying he does 5 to 8% on clothing, 2 to 3% promoted. We're talking about promoting your items on eBay. On hard goods. Hard goods is a cleaner search. Clothing can be a shit show when searching on eBay. Yeah. So saying like, if you're looking more like a search engine, I'm looking for a Keurig 250R. I don't know how, but you're looking for that model. You're specific because you had it, it broke. You want the same one again. Or clothing, it's like a red polo button up. A million of them pop up. What's up, Audra? Good morning. How many are we packing? Packing 37 weekend sales. Got Nifty last night. Shout out to your code. Hey, appreciate for using the code, Matt. Yeah. Helps me out, and you guys get a discount, so appreciate it. It only let me cross-list a handful of items before it stopped allowing it. So I need to upgrade. Is that normal? Probably for the free trial, it is. I don't know exactly what you get with the free trial. I think you get all of the automation stuff, and then you get to cross-list a few items for sure. But remember, you don't get married into a price for like a year contract or anything. So when you buy it, but you won't regret it. For example, it sounds like you're just now cross-listing. I sold 20 items. I'll let you guys know. 20 items on eBay, 11 on Poshmark, 2 on Mercari, and 4 on Depop. So I pretty much doubled my eBay sales because of cross-listing using Nifty. So appreciate that. And you will too. So I would, not bite the bullet, but see how it works. But if you want to cross-list more and do that, I would at least do a month worth, especially with that 15% off. I'm next to a thrift store, and that has end of the month sale. Almost everything is 75 cents each. Ooh. I buy a lot of pants. That's perfect. Yeah, it's a great time to buy pants, especially in the summertime when most people aren't buying pants. Great time to buy pants when no one's buying them. If you're comfortable with holding on to them for a little while, they just don't sell as many. We don't sell as many pants in the summer. So if you hold on to them for fall and winter, you'll sell a lot. Found a new brand, Arrowhead Tactical, a tactical sweatpants. I feel like I've seen an Arrowhead type of tactical, but I don't feel like it was called Arrowhead. Good morning, Mom, the hustler. All right. Howdy, you crazy cool kids. What's up, Angry Otter? Being your shipping early. I got over 40 hours out today. I better get on it. Hey, we have all day. We have all day, right, to ship. Here's another Polo Ralph Lauren. Another Polo Ralph Lauren short sleeve. Just a red Polo Ralph Lauren button shirt. This would be a button-down shirt because the collar buttons down. So that would be a button-down shirt. $22.99 is how much it was. How much it sold for. And guess what? That sold via promoted listing too. 100% sell-through. 150% sell-through on, okay, Arrowhead Tactical. So Arrowhead Tactical. I'll put that over there in the chat. All right. Let's get to it. Depends on sell-through rate. If it's 100%, no point on promoting hard goods at 2.5. Clothing starts starting at 5%, go up 1% every 30 days until sold. There you go. Or like Nifty, if you just want to turn and burn all year, all weather clothing, every time you have Nifty relist your item or recreate your item, you can drop it a percentage of your choice. 2%, 1%, 5%. I think Bearded does that. I did not do that. I accidentally one time increased by 5% or 10%. So all my stuff was super expensive. I had to fix that. That was a mistake by me. Sandy, what's up? I bumped my promotion up to 5%. I'd have to and say half of my sales are selling promoted. Definitely see a difference between 2 and 5. Yeah. I mean, I'm sitting here telling you, like, every single one has been promoted. The next sale is not promoted, though. Woohoo! Good weekend. Yep, Audra. How many sales have you had? Hi. How Nifty helped me with taxes for 1099 next year? So, with Nifty, what it will do, if you already have it, it will import. You'll have to fill out a few things, but when you make a sale, it'll import the sale price. It will collect that data from the platform, like right there. That Ralph Lauren plaid shirt that I sold this morning for $18, collected $7.10 shipping. It was sold via promoted listing, so it took that out of there. And then you need to put your cost of goods in, and then maybe your you can add here maybe for shipping costs if it's cheaper or whatever, but your cost of goods, and then you'll get your profit. And it keeps track of all your inventory. So, and your expenses and everything else that you want to cost of goods, all that stuff. So you keep all that, and that will be your 1099 for next year. You'll have all that for your all your platforms. I buy a ton of pants at that sale. Good. How many vintage Pacers and Colts pieces do you have? Oh man, Ethan. I don't know. A decent amount. Any vintage Pacer jersey for me growing up, like in the 90s, I keep them. Yeah, I just love the FloJo jerseys, all of them. You know what drives me nuts? Neutral feedback with zero info. Does neutral hurt me? No. McGill, it doesn't hurt you. It's just an eyesore for your own eyes. Doesn't hurt you at all. Actually, I don't want to check, but the last time I checked, I haven't had neutral feedback for a month, which is good. Yeah, neutral feedback doesn't hurt you. Teacher here. What's up, fellow teacher Drew? We need more you. In study hall, there you go. You got A. Just make sure those kids are working. You know, you good. Can't have my volume on, but we'll watch later. Can you give your keys to Polo Ralph Lauren button up? Mine does not move. Pictures are important. For example, the picture of that polo, the red one that's just plain red, here's what the picture looked like. This was my cover photo. There's my cover photo, like that. Picture is important, I believe. And then I'm also promoting it, right? So with that picture that I'm showing you now, other than I couldn't get that size tag, usually it shows the size tag. People can see the color of the pony, the color of the shirt, the tag. Is it a classic fit, custom fit? They can see it all right there. And it's nice and big on their mobile device. If it's a polo that's far back hanging, it's a little bit harder. You can do those pictures as like your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth picture, but I recommend getting a really close-up picture of something. That's what I'd recommend. Funny how the short sleeve Polo Ralph Lauren sometimes sell for more than the long sleeve. Audra, for sure. That short sleeves usually always sell for as much or more for me. 5% on $20 is at one singular dollar. The old say, don't rip off your nose to spite your face, for sure. Don't rip off your nose to spite your face. I agree. When it all comes down to it, I'm getting about 21. When I sell an item on eBay via promoted listing, eBay takes about 21%. So, or 22%, while Poshmark's taking 20%. And I'm fine with full offers over there. Most of the time, I don't even get a full offer buy or a full buy. I was traveling, so not listing as much. Still happy for full part-time. 7 eBay, 3 Depop, 2 Poshmark. Depop boosting has been good. Yeah, Audra has been boosting her Depop. So if you guys are looking to get more sales on Depop, consider boosting. What's up, Kim? Thanks for coming in. Would you be interested in bulk selling all? What do you mean, like me bulk? So actually, Kayway and I were talking about that last night. Different models. There's a lot of different models I've been seeing out there. People bulk selling. I know like Tech and other people are doing bulk selling. A lot of consignment stuff and whatnot. Seeing a lot of different ways to make money, which is great. There's a lot of different ways to make money. Hitting the bins today. A lot of people going to the bins, then bulk selling their stuff to people. Totally. I love that. I just love going thrifting. That's part of it. I love thrifting. I really do. Lauren, good morning. Had a great weekend sale, or had great sales over the weekend. Good. Still buzzing over $20 or $72 Brioni tie out from last week. That's right. Definitely helping. You're welcome. Yeah, that's awesome. $72 Brioni tie, guys. I don't know if I've ever sold a Brioni tie for $72. That's a great sale. Vintage hoodie pullovers, Metallica 9-inch nails. If they're truly vintage, Mickey, yes. 9-inch nail stuff sells really well. Metallica, AC/DC, if they're truly vintage, yes. Is it worth to start a Depop? I have Autoposher. Autoposher is Nifty. If you hear me talk about Autoposher, they just changed the name. Is it worth it to just start because easy cross list from Nifty? Yeah, because it's so easy. All right, so this is what I'll say. On Depop, I sold 4 items. An Abercrombie & Fitch puffer for $48. Abercrombie & Fitch cargo shorts for $29. So right there, we're about at 70. A Vineyard Vine shirt at 23. So getting closer to 100 than a Ralph Lauren shirt at 19. So $100 in sales on Depop over the weekend, which Depop isn't great for me, which pays for the highest Nifty, which I do, $90. So for me, yes, we're just doing those extra clicks to get some extra sales to pay for something. Good morning, Pamela, Cindy. Good morning on the rainy day. Ooh, you must live. Where are you? Are you out east? It's probably raining out east. Lakeland, Florida. What's up, Lakeland, Florida? I can't wait to get to Florida. Heading to bins after being sick all week last week. Can't get to back to it. Isn't it fun? Isn't it good to like wake up and look forward to your day? Isn't that a good feeling? Everyone's hitting the bins today. Everyone's hitting the day. Garbage is hitting the bins today. From Evansville, will be up there for the game versus the Lakers Wednesday. Ethan, dang, look at you balling. We were looking at tickets for that game. They were expensive. As soon as Luka Doncic went over to the Lakers, we were looking crazy. What's up, Blended? Blended's at the house. Oh, gee. Do you promote the same percent on Poshmark as eBay? I don't promote on Poshmark at all. All I rely on is Nifty sending out offers on Poshmark and sharing and all that stuff. Next sale, real quick. Todd Snyder, new with tags. Todd Snyder, new with tags. This is just a regular button shirt with a front collar. I mean, a front pocket. What am I talking about? There's your Todd Snyder. It's a regular dress shirt. This thing sold in a few hours. I might have underpriced it, but I priced at the bottom of the market at $69.99. Paid $5 for it. I'll take that all day long. It's just so bland, too. It's nothing special. What platform is Nifty going to be do next? I'm so ready. It's 100% Etsy. And she said her goal was by the end of Q1, which is just like a week or two left. So that was the last conversation I had with her was the end of Q1 Etsy. And I'm almost 100% sure Whatnot's coming soon after, which some people care about, some people might not care about. But I think it could be good if you want to cross-list some of your really stale inventory, throw in a Whatnot show and just get rid of it. Good morning, Smoky Mountain Thrifts. Most expensive ones I've bought all season. Yeah, for sure. Those tickets. You know what, though? That game's going to be awesome. They better play LeBron, and they better play Luka. That's all I got to say. Michigan sucks. Michigan sucks. Oh, is that where it's at? Michigan sucks. I think Poshmark will get better for everyone. There have been so many advertisements online and TV lately for the app. Dora, I tell you what, it's already been better for me. The last live I did, I sold a bunch. Over the weekend, I sold, how much did I say? 11 on Poshmark. So multicolor pinstripes on that. Yeah, on that Todd Snyder. Seeing people exit the shoe bins and go straight to the bag of Doritos in their car always instills fear in me. Do they do that? They bring Doritos in the bins? Oh, after going through all that dirt, nasty. Here's another one of those shirts. So I'm already selling these pretty well. $10 a piece. Sold 2 pretty much same day almost. $27. So Nifty sale and sold via promoted listing. I have $10 into these. Remember, I listed one of these green ones and I have like 30 of them. So one listing, 30 of them, quantity of 30. And I'm fine taking, 10 into 27? Do that all day long. If I could just make my business off of that, I would do it all day long. They've had coolers at my bins. Dang. I wouldn't be touching anything with my fingers. Let's add gloves on first. Vineyard Vines club shorts. So these are just Vineyard Vines cotton club shorts. You guys know, sorry, the lighting's kind of weird up there, but they're green. Vineyard Vines club shorts, nothing special about these. Size 34, sold for $18.99. So I still pick these up every once in a while. I've had Nifty for 2 months, but I have only 173 items. Nothing to brag about yet. Hopefully it's coming. Hey, Jessica, keep listing. Keep listing. You'll see that if you've been doing this a while too, the more often you list and the more you list, the more sales obviously you'll have. It's really true. Like I've been really consistent the last couple of weeks with listing, and I've been selling a lot of items. It's seasonal too, but I really do think it correlates. LeBron should have retired years ago, like his hairline did. Oh, Cookie, get him, get him. Oh, his hairline. I would say the same thing about Wayne, K-Way Shop. But Cookie, yeah, I don't know. They were saying like he's just as good as at 40 as he was when he was younger too. The Romeo and the Romeoville bins sells chips, snacks, cakes, and drinks. Hey, they want to keep people there. They don't want people leaving to get food. I get it. That's still nasty. The bins can be so gross. I can't dig in them without gloves. I know. I go no gloves. I raw dog it. You know what I mean? All right. These are Polo Ralph Lauren shorts. They're kind of unique because they have that little stitching right there. RL 1967. They have these little things on the sides. No cargo. They sold for $18.99. I would normally wouldn't pick up Ralph Lauren shorts, but you know, if they have anything special to them, any little thing, I'll get it. Where did I buy my new tag Polo Ralph Lauren? Those were at a mom pop thrift store. Last year they had a big donation of it. I think like Macy's or someone just donates it to them for a tax write-off. And I go in and buy it all if I can, if I'm lucky enough to be there when it comes in. Next item is actually another one of those Ralph Lauren. So this did not sell Nifty. This sold for $30. I have them all priced at $30. This one is maroon with the tag. The only problem is they're cut, or else I would price them higher. But it does have the tag. So what I do is put new without tags so people can't complain. This sold for $29.99 via promoted listing. I only go to the bins when I'm in the mood to pick up an STI, STD. What? Oh, God. No. Yeah, so you're never in the mood for that, I hope. No. Our bin sells food. People even DoorDash at the bins. I mean, it's like your job, right? It's your work. Like, I can't leave. Got to get my stuff. I can't miss a rotation. Just like if you're working like a teacher at a school, can't leave the kids alone. Got to get my DoorDash. I can't leave this place. Let's make sure it's going to the right buyer. It is Andy. So sold 3 of those. Pretty much what? Almost $90, $30 into $90 over the weekend in those alone. Finally found Rails this weekend. So excited. There you guys go, Rails. I pick those up sometimes. Rails flannels for women. My true bins horror story was I bought a doll closet full of doll clothes for my kids, my girlfriend and nanny, and there was a pair of children's underwear in the closet. Luckily, she caught it first. Gross. So are you that person, Nick? Are you that person that buys the underwear at those thrift stores on accident? No, on accident. You'll be on the list. Yeah. Little girl's underwear. Would you consider making a Whatnot video? I'm just not sure how to keep items organized after sold and shipped. Sure. So what I do, let me just hold on one second. So there's a few different ways on Whatnot to do things. If all your items are about the same weight and you're selling 50 items, you just put in a quantity of 50, 11 ounces or whatever. And you'll do quantity of 50. And you'll have these little tags 1 through 100, 1 through 50. And you'll hold up your item. When it sells, put your little number 1 on there and put it at the end. When the next item sells, put your 2 on there and put it at the end. And you're selling the same size. So you're going next, 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 next. There's another way you can do it, which I used to do. It takes a lot longer. Is take a picture of each individual item, number it, and like you would a listing, and put it in. That takes a long time. So you can do it this way. You pull an item up, show it like that. That's the quickest, easiest way for me. Also, be careful if you have 2 different categories. If you have like a 2-pound one and an 11-ounce one, there will be 2 number 1s and 2 number 2s and 2 number 3s. So you'll have to have 2 different racks to put it on. That's what I'll say about that. All right. For those whatnotters, where did you buy the new with tags Polo Ralph Lauren? Got that. My bad. I hate the bins. Javier, I'm with you. What's up, Javier? Look for Tom Selleck's shirts. Here you go. I'm gonna put that in there. 2 opposites in style: short and preppy, biggie and baggy. Y2K, G Guns, and other groups. There you go. Audra always knows her styles or what's selling, what's in trend. Why are the bins so dirty? I don't know. I've been new vintage tidy whities. For whatever reason, they're super expensive. Yeah, for sure. I've sold vintage tidy whities also new. And yeah, they sell for good money. I think that was one of my favorite videos I did. I didn't put it together well because I was a rookie. But yeah, I sold 3 tidy whities for like $80. And I told the manager at the thrift store, and she was like, what? So Illinois bins are a model of cleanliness compared to Gary. Oh, I'm sure. Illinois compared to Gary, for sure. I'm the only one that bought your Travis Matthews shirt for $15. It's the only brand my husband wears. I'm the one that bought my Travis Matthews shirt for $15. You don't need to buy stuff from me. Shoot. Oh, was that from last week? Appreciate it, but don't have to buy stuff from me. I mean, if you want, you can contact me about Travis Matthew. If you want Travis Matthew at a certain size and good condition, I'm fine just picking it up and selling it to you for shipping. You know, like cost of goods and shipping when I find it. So just hit me up on IG because I don't pick up a ton of Travis Matthew. Good morning, Brad. Good morning, Janet. Sales were great this weekend. That's what we want to hear. Sold a pair of the Row pants for $300. What am I missing? You guys are, I don't even know that brand. The Row, like rowing. The Row pants for $300. Let's go. There's a guy who comes into our bins once a month and fills his bag with underwear. It's disgusting. Yeah, I guess you have to go with that, like, I don't judge people type of thing, but kind of do sometimes, right? Or masking tape, write the number on it, and tape it to the item. Yeah, basically. So that's what Bearded does. He gets masking tape or painter's tape, and he'll show the item. Here's a pair. Sometimes I have a runny nose, okay? So he'll sell this. Write number 1, put it on there. And then the next item, he'll, write number 2, put it on there. So that's another way to do it. With clothing, I did that one time and it wouldn't stick very well to the clothing. So that's why I do those little tags now. Don't put me on blast like that. Call all you guys talking. Found my first White Mountain ice cream maker a couple days ago for $10. I've never even heard of that, Cookie. I've never even heard of that, but now everyone has. I appreciate that. I'll message you. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay, Lululemon took a best offer for this and sold via promoted listing. This is a Lululemon cropped women's sweatshirt. Lululemon cropped women's sweatshirt sold for $40. Happy about it. Going out ground. Sold for $40. Lululemon, just hit or miss on what you get, what you sell. It's not like it used to be where every single piece was a good item. It's not that way anymore. But we comp our items out like we always do, people. Next item is a really good brand to be on the lookout for. Scotty Cameron. I normally don't buy Peter Millar Seaside. This is a Seaside wash, so it's mostly cotton, but it has the little T. That's a Scotty Cameron logo. And then you'll see usually on the sleeve, Scotty Cameron. It's a golf. If you find they're putters, but if you find Scotty Cameron anything, they're really good. This one has the little mouse on there with the red eyes. I took a best offer of $68 on this. Sold via promoted listing. Bought it for $5. So again, little things can make it. Little things can make it. Boop, boop, boop. Please tell me you aren't. Oh gosh, you guys talking. We can judge that underwear dude. Yeah, you can judge the underwear dude for sure. Dude, just filling up underwear. A little strange, but hey, you know what? Maybe he's going home, washing it, and sending it to Honduras or something. People that need underwear. You know, I don't know. That's nasty. I would go in there and be like, what is this dude doing? I wouldn't film him. This is a St. Louis Cardinals. Start listening to that MLB stuff. Your Major League Baseball. This is St. Louis Cardinals. If you're a Cardinals fan, there you go. Nike quarter zip. Nothing very special, but it did sell for $23.99. You're seeing a theme here other than that, Peter Millar. Lots of stuff in those 20s. Good morning, Xavier. Can you show your process of shipping golf clubs? So, Xavier, good question. When I pick up golf clubs, I actually sell them locally. I take a little less than what eBay would, and I just sell them locally. I put them on Facebook Marketplace and Porch Pickup, and I sell them locally. So I don't ship golf clubs. Bearded does, and he hates that I sell them locally because I don't sell them for as much money, but I don't have to ship them because I don't want to, because it sucks to ship them, at least for me. Like drivers. Putters aren't so bad. Love the bins. I can walk out with 10 huge IKEA bags for less than $100. Great place to buy bulk inventory. I've found an Atari 2600 for $1 and a Hummel figurine for 10 cents. Hummel figurine. That's for skeet shooting nowadays. But yes, Angry Otter for sure. Bins are great, especially for bulk, or if you're low, like I have $20 to spend or $40 to spend. The bins are where it's at, no doubt, for sure. This is a repeat buyer. How about it? On-the-go performance. On-the-go performance, Vineyard Vines. I'm always picking these up. On-the-go performance. Vineyard Vines, anything that's polyester, nylon, stretchy, you guys know the deal. $22.99. Nothing special on this. What's up, Shiat? Can't wait for garage sales to start back up. That's like now, depending on, most places, it's almost like a month, usually April and May, right? Definitely May. Lululemon's men's pants still sell well. Yeah, agree. I would agree with you on that. Do you send a thank you note with my sales? Fred, I don't. I actually bought a few pair of shorts off eBay for spring break. I was an eBay purchaser. One of the items came with a nice little note and like, feel free to come back to my store with the QR code. It was cute. I tore it off, put it in trash, but it was cute. But no, I don't put a thank you card in. It's a nice gesture. It's good customer service, good business, but I don't. Little cold burst in Missouri, keeping them back. Yeah, same here. Cold burst today in Indiana. They started here in Virginia. Let's go. People want to make that money. Do that winter, spring clean out, make that money. Got some Bose outdoor speakers at a veteran garage sale yesterday for $25. Let's go. Yeah, Bose speakers #1 are great. They just hold their value really well. Outdoor, I'm sure, help too. I lived in Honduras for 2 years, and people definitely bring thrift store clothes there by the pallet. Oh, I bet. Been to Honduras a few times, but not mainly in Honduras. UPS and FedEx upcharge everything. Club or bat, it's a nightmare. Yeah, UPS and FedEx, they upcharge that. I don't know. I just like do it marketplace. Get it out. This is a bad sale. Like all my old FootJoys, you'll see I actually sold 2 of them, which I'm fine with. My old FootJoys that have been sitting for like 2 years that just aren't selling, I dropped really low. This sold for $10.80. Nifty sale, $10.80. You don't see me weigh my items. How do I do that? Because I enter in the weight when I list my item. So for example, I've just been doing it so long, I know how much stuff weighs. So like polo shirts, I'll put at usually like 10, 11 ounces, depending on what brand it is. And 8 to 13 ounces, depending on what brand it is. And then I'll put like 6 by 8 by 1, 6 by 8 by 1, or like 8 by 8 by 1. So after you do it a while, I don't usually weigh any of my items. I just know how much it weighs. But when you first start out, you better weigh your items for sure. For sure. That sold for $10.80. And the next item was a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren pants. Last week, I just talked about what Polo Ralph Laurens I don't pick up. Most of the time, it's pants. But like I said, I do pick up ones that had the little pony horse on the butt. People tuck in their shirts, wear a belt, and they show off their little pony horse. This sold via promoted listing for $22.99. I paid $5 for it. It's going out ground. I can tell you for a fact that's the underwear guy is not donating them. I can tell you for a fact. I mean, they're used underwear at the bins. They're nasty. If you guys have been to the bins and seen the underwear, they're usually colored, and they're not white. They're not white. Love your recent video with your dad. So sweet. Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. He wants to go thrifting again, of course. When are we going thrifting again? When are we going to take it? I need to go again. Come on, Brad. Come on. That's where the money's at. Casey, what's up? It is where the money's at. They did start white, just like mine. Just kidding. Hey, 10 cents into $15. We'll take it any day of the week. Angry Otter, 100% agree. So Angry Otter was talking about going to the bins, getting bulk inventory for super cheap, buying stuff for 10 cents and selling it for 15. You can't beat that. I mean, that's like me buying a Polo Ralph Lauren for 5 and selling it for 18. It's the same thing. It's the same money. I get a ton of Barbie accessories at the bottom of the bins and sold them 45 of them for 27. There you go. Barbie's accessories at the bottom of the bins. Yeah, no one usually probably picks those up. Get a whole bunch of them. They weigh nothing. That's a good idea. Good morning from North Georgia. What's that, North Georgia? Like I always say, I'll see you soon. To use the AI description. I don't use the AI description. I just copy and paste the same description across all my eBay items. Same description on all my eBay items. The AI description is basically just gonna fancy talk about all your item specifics in your title. That's all it's gonna do, and you can totally do it to make things, but most people don't read descriptions. Gonna download Nifty today. Been doing enough analysis process. It's time to get in the game. There you go. J-Boog, you've been talking about it a while. You're in here all the time. Come back and talk about it. Come back and talk about it with me. It's the bomb. It's the bomb. New with streak. Listen, I'm not going to talk about my own underwear, but yeah, there's definitely streaks at the bins underwear. That's why I wear gloves at the bins. It's a good thing to do. I pick up baby toys from the bottom of the bins. I bring them home, clean them, and list them in bundles. There you go, Kim. You know, Bearded. I mean, that's his bread and butter. USPS triangle box tube for golf clubs. Super easy to ship. Boom. There you go. Put that in there so people can read it. I used to include actual thank you cards. Now I just write a paper note thanking them for their purchase. We'll include their name. Cards started to cut into my profits. Yeah, for sure. Fred, there's nothing wrong with that. Again, like if you guys are new here, what I do, I'm just showing you what I do, what works for me. You might say like, oh, that works for him. I might try that. Or be like, I don't like that. I know Chris at Peak, if you follow him, he does a handwritten thank you card to everybody that buys something from him. And then I haven't seen her for a while, but I forget her name. She used to put thank you. She used to wrap stuff up and put a little thank you sticker on everything. So whatever works best for you guys. Whatever works best for you guys is great. I'm all for that. I'm a fan of whatever works best. What scale do you use to weigh your items? Javier, I don't weigh my items anymore, so I don't have a scale. I actually don't have one. You can get a scale off Amazon. There's like a million of them. I found lamb suede Ralph Lauren pants last week. Didn't know it was a thing. Dang, Nick, send those my way. Send those my way. Suede Ralph Lauren. Let's go. This sold via international sales. This is an icebreaker. Really good brand to be on the lookout for, just like Smart Wool. Just like Ibex, this is an icebreaker, just a wool blend t-shirt sold for $29.99, and it's going internationally. So I'll take it. Sell the underwear as distressed. Yeah, when you sell that new underwear that's vintage, you got to be careful or eBay won't let you sell it, right? If you don't weigh items, how do you figure out if you're paying too much for shipping? So I know how much items weigh just because I've done it for so long. Like this shirt, it's lightweight. It's merino wool. I put it at 8 ounces, 8 by 6 by 1, and it's calculated shipping like that. Yep. But if you're new, don't do this. Get a scale and weigh every item. And you enter in for me, I do all my listings on eBay. I enter in calculated shipping, how it's going out. So that's going out ground. And then I put in my weight, my measurements. From there, it calculates it. People pay the shipping. I print out the label and ship it. That's how it works for me. Use your link to join Nifty. Thanks, Mike. Worked out great. Huge increase in sales. Had to drop Mercari, though. Made a sale and then never validated my ID and couldn't print labels. Ooh, yeah, you know what, though? Mercari's not a make or break. I'm fine with that Mercari, and Nifty's going to be adding more. It's not a make or break. I'd be sad if you got, like, violated or something from Poshmark. Poshmark's a good one. But, yeah, thanks for using the code. Also, yeah, Nifty's great, guys. Like always, best cross-lister automation, analytics, all that stuff. I have a video on it on YouTube. You guys can watch it if you're new or using a different platform. You'll love it. There's a free trial and 15% off code in my link tree on sourceoffinance.com. New topic, please. Audra's over the underwear. Did you sell the expensive metal that you had listed? No. That metal, I've had that listed for a while. There were a few items in my house. I'm like, you know what? I'll list those and see if someone ever gives me an offer or whatever on it. I am attached to them. I like them. And they have historical value. I'm not in need to sell them. So like that it's a World's Fair / Olympics. I had them at the same location. I think it was 1904, something like that. Let me get the rest of these ones. Late getting on this morning, a struck gold, really a bracelet for scrapping and bulk trash over the weekend. Let's go. Scrap gold's the best. $3,000 an ounce. Can't beat that. Need a whole show on that. On what, Blessed? What do we need a whole show? We could do a whole show on tons of stuff. Not underwear, though. The show's turned into that. The Vineyard Vines vest I told you about last week. I purchased new tags under $10. Sold it in less than a week for $55. Let's go, Fred. Yeah, Vineyard Vines can still sell, guys. People still buy it. Icebreaker is so good. It makes me itch just looking at them. I know. They're so good. I can't wear those wool undershirts. I can't wear that stuff. Marine Layer. In fact, Nick, I got this in Chicago. Marine Layer. There's your brand right there. This is just a short sleeve button shirt. Marine Layer. Perfect for the season. $22.99. $22.99. So you can see what we're doing. We're selling short sleeves. What's up, Kathy? What's up, Leash? Got a ton of Nike Swim shirts, new with tags, waiting for some sales. Yeah, I mean, if it's too long, drop the price or promote those items if there are a lot of them out there. Last item on eBay, again, summer item, spring item, a pair of Bird Dogs camo shorts. So there's your Bird Dogs. Again, there's always new people. You want to be on the lookout for that brand. Usually there's a little logo, which there is. Little bird. It's a little bird. It's almost like a little Lululemon logo down there. And it always says, boom for your boomstick. They got to put something inappropriate in there, right? That sold it via promoted listing for $25. So just about everything we're selling today is selling in the 20s. Kathy's in the house. I just inventoried 500 items in the last 2 weeks and moved from Florida to Georgia, waiting on my house to get ready. Then I can take pictures and list. Let's go. You're ready. You're loaded. You're loaded to go. Hawk. Hawk. And you know, when I see Hawk, I just think of Hawk Tua. I'm sorry. What's up, Hawk? Hawk, you're special now in here with me. It might be Hawk Tua from now on. What other platforms? Etsy. They're adding Etsy. The end of Q1, what's her goal? So the end of this month, what's her goal? To add Etsy. Do you list first on eBay and then cross-list with Nifty onto other shipping? Yes. Chris, it's exactly right. So I list everything on eBay, and I do it all from my phone. I take photos from my phone, I list from my phone, and then now I use my computer to cross list. I can use my phone, but it's just easier to have my laptop, since I have a laptop now, to cross list. So I list everything on eBay and cross list from there. Found my first Roosevelt shirts. Dang, lucky Tim. This weekend, ugly, but not for me. Someone won it. Yeah, lots of people. There's a huge Roosevelt. Trisha, someone in the community, resale community, she's a part of like the Roosevelt Club where they get-togethers. Huge following. All right, let's go over to Depop. Let's go over to Depop. We have is this Depop or is this Mercari? This is Depop. We have a Vineyard Vines, $23. Vineyard Vines performance shirt, stretchy, $23, sold over on Depop. Paid $5 for this. How big is your photo board that you use? It's 4 feet by 4 feet. It gets, especially spring and summer, everything works on it. In the winter, sometimes the longer items I'll have to take on my floor in my kitchen. But you can get a 6 foot long by 4 foot. I have a video on YouTube you can watch. But you can get a 6 by 4, but remember, you're pulling it out from the wall. So it's going to come out a lot farther, and you're going to have to use more of the wall if you get a 6 foot. So it's whatever kind of room you have. And then these were together. This is just a Polo Ralph Lauren regular shirt that you would think of. What's up, Ford? Polo Ralph Lauren, size small. Just a Polo Ralph Lauren size small shirt. They normally don't pick up. I pick them up if they're in really good condition. This one is like in new condition, not washed out. It might have been new without tags. I don't know. But it sold for $19. So I don't pick all these up, but if they're in really good condition, I'm picking them up. Any on deal on pricing for the late 80s women's Levi's? Comps vary a lot. I'd have to comp the exact ones out, Hannah. I'd have to comp them out because if they're 501s, they do a lot better than some others from the 80s. So those are something I'd have to comp out. Maybe I need to cross list the Depop. I mean, and those are 2 Depop sales. I have 2 more, but they just came in, and one of them's upstairs in the closet. It's a puffer jacket. Abercrombie & Fitch cargo shorts. Like I said, that sold for $29, and the puffer jacket sold for $48. So I'm going to pack those a little later. We'll go over to Mercari. 2 things on Mercari. Shout out K-Way Shop. Tommy Bahama. He used to be Mr. Tommy Bahama. Now he's Polo Ralph Lauren, but he would love Tommy Bahama. That was his thing. And I would say Tommy Bahama doesn't sell. And I still say it, even though it sells every once in a while. This Tommy Bahama sold for $18. $18. I picked up a Golden Goose tennis shoes at the Goodwill. Woo! Golden Goose tennis shoes are good, guys. Any idea how to authenticate them? You can use the Check app. They might have Golden Goose on there. Check app. There's an app called the Check. You can authenticate them that way. They'll ask you to take multiple pictures of them. You'll pay as a small fee. You'll send it in, and they'll send back are they real or not. We'll give you a verification if they're real or not. Let's see. I'm looking to get used. I'm looking to get a used cell phone for pictures. How do you like your iPhone camera? I love my iPhone camera, Christy, but I have nothing else to compare it to be honest. So I don't know if it's any worse or better than a different phone's camera. I've used the iPhone camera for my pictures since probably like 2015 or 16. I used to use one of those cameras, the DSLR, whatever those are. I used to use one of those, but then I went to my iPhone. Just when I thought my personal closet, and I had a garment bag in there. Just when the personal garment, NBA jerseys when I was a kid, 3 90s champion jerseys. I wore them as a kid. 1 Kevin Durant, new with tags Adidas, Sonics jersey, and a Yao Ming, new with tags Reeboks rookie. So excited to list them. Robert, you don't want to list those. Those are from your childhood. NBA jerseys from your childhood. You don't want to list those. Don't do it. That's a perfect way to make money, though. How do you do with Tommy Bahama? I don't like Tommy Bahama, but I just sold one. I only get crazy ones. Crazy print Tommy Bahamas that are silk or big sizes. They're not my favorite. Clothes don't sell for me. You just got to get the right clothing. I'm on here. I've been on here for an hour talking about 37 pieces of clothing that sold for me. So I'm proof that it does sell. You just have to get the right pieces and price them the right way, and they'll sell for you. What do you do about fake clothing violations? Clearly authentic item. I don't know. I've never had that. I've never had a fake clothing violation. I don't really sell a lot of hype brands or anything like that. So, I'm getting very few views. How come? So, Christine, I never look at my view counts on any of my platforms. Never. Never. I mean, if you want to, you can, but I never do. I like, honestly, I don't know the last time I've ever looked at a view count. Other than when I do an auction, I'll look at view counts. I don't. I'm worried about looking up comps. Let's say comps are $20 to $25. I paid $3 for the item. I'll list mine for $19 or $20 at the bottom and have a good picture. I know that my item has a good picture and it's priced very competitively. It will sell. It should sell. I don't look at the watchers. If you're looking at the watchers on your items, that's time you can be listing more items. Also, do you feel selling vintage jerseys could be real or fake? Yeah, there are fake jerseys. Yes, there are fake jerseys for sure. So you got to check that out. Stitching is a clear giveaway. This is a Southern Tide fleece vest. Definitely a spring item. This sold over on Mercari for, is this Southern Tide? Where am I at? Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines. I put Vineyard Vines. It's not. It's a Southern Tide. It's a Southern Tide. Sold for $20. I didn't do anything wrong. I just put Vineyard Vines instead of a Southern Tide. $20. Twice. Kayla, what's up, Kayla? Kayla, my girl. Kayla, we miss you. The K-Way shop needs to be the K-Way shop with Kayla again. I'm here. You can start now. Amy, you already missed the box. What's up, Meg? Good morning. Good morning. What Masters golf items do you find in more demand and sell for higher prices? Anything that is a wicking material sells for better prices. So the Masters Tech, any collab with Peter Millar or Adidas, any collab like that does well. So what sells best for Masters for clothing is a wicking material, a stretchy material. What's up, D? What's up, everybody? Everyone coming in. Do you have a price point where you use a box instead of a poly mailer? I use a box when someone spends $75 to $100. Tim, that's a good idea. Yeah, if someone's spending up for an item, I think that's great that you're using a box. Totally. For example, I'll give you an example. If I sell a tie for $20, I'm using a poly mailer. If I sell a Brioni tie for $75, which I haven't yet, I'm selling them more for like $60, I'll ship them in a little box. So that's a good example. Yeah, not a bad idea. What's up, Vanessa? What's up, Vanessa? What live was I in yesterday? No, it was a Whatnot. It was the Whatnot SHB, right? They're 505s. Just wondering if they're $20, $50, or $100 jeans. 505s from the 80s are probably like 30 to 50 is my guess. Hannah, something like that. I don't know women's too well though. Does Brooks Brothers still sell well for me? Yes, it just depends on Brooks Brothers. I pick up less Brooks Brothers than I see. So maybe like 15% of the Brooks Brothers that I see, I pick up. I'm looking for a button shirt with a hit right here, a nice suit, a nice blazer, things like that. Can you get a Samsung? You can get a Samsung Note 8 for under $100. It's got a 105 megapixel camera. There you guys go. There you go. Yeah, I can't. All I know is an iPhone, so I can't. I don't know if other phones are better, have a better camera. John, yeah, John. Yes, John's. Okay, you bought something in there. I think you bought those. Did you buy those? You bought that love necklace that was in Asian writing, Asian script, right, Vanessa? I got a good memory. I've been there with clothing, trigger game, then hard goods. Once you get it done, you'll never find good items. You'll never not find good items. There you go. I have a ton of men's Tommy Bahama. I sell them. It's not my regular or normally my asking price, but I get them new with tags for cheap. There you go. If you get them new with tags for cheap, that's huge. It's always been Surf's Up finds, and it's not really, it shouldn't be, because I like everything surfs, water, related. I love the ocean. But Tommy Bahama I've always said it sucked, mostly just because K-Way Shop loves it. Let's see. Sold a pastel striped color block polo bucket hat for almost as much as retail. I hope that someone kept sending a lowball offer and it sent the likers message. Someone made an offer. There you go. There you go. Do you have a markdown strategy on older items? I don't. I don't do a markdown strategy on older items. I don't. There are lots of different ways you can, but I don't. Usually my markdown strategy is if it doesn't sell after a year and I see it in my inventory, which I'm going through my inventory a lot, I see the items, I'll just mark it down right on my phone from there. And I'll do a full sync on Nifty later on. So I started with Ralph Lauren button downs and went hard with inventory. Close to 30 shirts. I sold 3. My pictures are good. Price $20, $22, probably half promoted. It's been 3 months and they're still sitting. Help. Yeah, they're just kind of a bread and butter for me, Laura. I don't know. If you've been watching my live, I probably sold 3 or 4 that were just used button-down shirts, button-up shirts. I don't know. What platforms I sell on? eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. We're about to do Poshmark sales right now. And I'm over on Facebook and YouTube. You can always go over there and rewatch these to see what sells. Just found my first back long sleeve this weekend. What's that? Rowback. There you go. First Rowback. There you go. Rowback long sleeve. Rowback is like my favorite golf brand right now for sure. All my pants, jackets, long sleeve shirts, etc. I'll go in a box regardless of the price. T-shirts, I'll do mail envelope mailers. Shoes, so all my pants, jackets, long sleeve shirts all go in a box regardless of the price. T-shirts, I'll mail in an envelope mailer. Shoes in the original box, I ship in another box to protect the original box. Do you do that? If I sell shoes, yeah, I put shoes the original box inside of another box. I do not sell shoes and ship them in the box that they're in, like a Yeezy box. No, I wouldn't ship it in that. I'll put it in another box. Yeah, just like you're doing. But I ship a lot of stuff in mail. So everything I'm doing right now is Poshmark, and everything will be in a priority envelope. I have no items going in boxes, so everything's going to go in a priority padded envelope or Tyvek envelope, because Poshmark and the USPS they have a deal. They have connection to do priority. What platform do I prefer? eBay. eBay is number one for me. It's a blank in a box. I know. It always is, Amy. It always is. It always is. I'm not gonna be that inappropriate on a Monday. How do you decide what to sell on your Whatnot show versus eBay? Basically, I don't like selling women's clothing. So I have a lot listed on eBay, and there's like one piece here that sells, but when I find women's clothing, I'll just grab it. And then when I sort my stuff, I'll put it in tubs. And when the tubs get big enough, I'll run a Whatnot on women's clothing. I just can't pass like good women's clothing. If I can buy it for $4 and sell it for 10 or 11 and sell a whole bunch of it, I'm fine with that. Someone can sell it for 30 or 40. I don't care. I'm fine with that. There's my first vintage Levi's. So I had no idea, knew what they were. Something I only paid $2, so basically no risk. Oh yeah, Hannah, no risk on that at all. Just want newbies to be to the game. It's about the hustle because I got up late. I missed a lot of good things at the flea market early because decided to sleep in. Yeah, for sure. It's a hustle, guys. It is a hustle. It is a hustle, but it's a great side hustle. It's a great side hustle on your way home from work, things like that. A little bit more pressure when it's your full-time job. These are Robert Graham swim trunks. Got these for $1.99. I think I had these in one of my videos. $1.99 for some Robert Graham swim trunks. These sold for $19 over on Poshmark. 19. But isn't priority mail on eBay super duper expensive? Yes. Priority mail on eBay can be more expensive But all these items I'm shipping now, they all sold on Poshmark. So all Poshmark orders go in priority. That's why I'm shipping all these priority. All my eBay orders, I'll show you real quick. If you look down there, they're almost all in bags and poly mailers. Those are all my eBay orders that I packed up. So those are all ground advantage. 6 months from now, so yeah, 6 months from now is my next Whatnot. It really is. About once every 6 months now. I used to do like once a month and stuff, but I stopped. I just stopped. I do like Whatnot though. I don't dislike it. I do like Whatnot. It's a great way to get rid of inventory if you can get stuff for cheap or have good items and you're fine taking less money and you don't want to list it. It's a good way to get rid of stuff. Also, if you're not doing clothing, this is just a FootJoy, a crappy FootJoy that sold for $12. Remember, I'm just unloading these FootJoys right now. The good thing about Whatnot, it's growing. So you could do a show that is in a different category. For example, Bearded did like that little knit, the sewing knit, whatever those are called, the needlepoint show. And he put it in that category and he put it out like a week or two and all these needlepoint people showed up. It wasn't his followers. It was needlepoint people. If he does like a video game show, a whole bunch of video game show people show up. And if you watch it, it'll be new buyer, new buyer, new buyer. So you can organically have people come to your show, even if it's not clothing or whatever. All right. Good morning, Annie. What's up? Found a Filson jacket. Bull North's in the house. Found a Filson jacket for $5. Sold for $185 this weekend. That is a home run. Home run. Filson jacket. Bull North. I bet there's a few Filson up near you. Up in that Minnesota area. What brand swim trunks do you typically pick up? Robert Graham, Peter Millar. I'll pick up really large Tommy Bahama, like 3XB. Really large Polo Ralph Lauren that are big. Like these are XLT, floral, Ralph Lauren, stuff like that. All right, next item. Gosh, I have so many of these still. These were new at tags. I got these so cheap from Dick's Sporting Goods. These sold for $15. North Face. Yeah, $15. I got these for 75% off 30. 75% off 30 is what I paid for these. Sold them for 15, which isn't great, but they just weren't selling. So priced them down. Where do I source from? Mostly the bins. These were retail arbitrage. So I went to Dick's and during their clearance, I bought these and I resold them for more money. It's retail arbitrage. Found my first cool pants and AM Birch Faraday shirt yesterday in Memphis. Let's go. Memphis Grizzlies. Hey, you guys have Zach Edey from Purdue. That's good. Faraday and cool. It's always fun finding those new brands to be on the lookout for, those new Bolo brands for you. Oh, yeah, that brand too. I'm not going to pronounce it. That brand. That's the best brand of swim trunks. The Vililabring, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to pronounce it. I'm going to butcher it. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'll spell it over here for you. Vilebrequin. That's a good pair of swim trunks to be on the lookout for. Okay. Better late than never. What's up, Sophia? Brittany, what's up? Does Rain Spooner button down sell? Yes, it just depends on the pattern and stuff. Good morning. What's up, NL? Just found someone's Woolrich button-up collection at my local bins. Let's go type store. $1 a piece. That's good. Wool vintage. You got it. Let's go. At the bins, $1 a piece. You can't lose money on that. You cannot lose money on that. Time to source. You know the deal. Stay positive and give someone a compliment today. Cookie, appreciate you coming in here. Give a compliment to somebody and stay positive. That's what we do over here. Always. Always. Give a compliment. It'll make you feel better. What brand swim trunks? Got that one. Hard to see. And maybe ask those metal or plastic. Are those metal or plastic? What? These shelves are plastic. That's what you're asking. Love buying on Whatnot, just like your wife. Yeah. Whatnot. Oh my gosh. I watched something the other day where we're like Whatnot's it's like an addiction for people too. I could get it. Like they're QVC people. When we used to do estate sales, we would go in a house and it was packed with QVC stuff. And you could tell they just bought stuff every day off QVC. I think Whatnot's the new QVC. Faith, I love paint Manning jerseys and shirts. Me too. Me too. How much is the Ron Artest jersey? He's from my old hometown, Brooklyn. What's up, Brooklyn? That is not for sale. I'm a Pacer fan, and I keep all my Pacers jerseys, especially ones, from back in the day. That was like about 2000, 2001-ish, something like that. Recently picked up 7 Miracle Suit swimsuits, paid $1. I didn't even know. I'm going to put that up there. I didn't even know that brand. Especially his Tennessee Vols jersey. I love finding his Tennessee jersey. Wasn't he number 16 in Tennessee? Was he number 16? How many solds for you? 37 over the weekend. 37. Including a William Murray pair of shorts. These were also retail arbitrage. Picked them up at a retail store and resold them online. These sold for $31. Retail arbitrage. Good morning, old chef. What's up? Thanks for popping in. Do you sell items other than clothing? Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I've sold some fishing poles over the weekend. And then I'll pick up golf clubs. Yeah, I used to only sell hard goods. And then I just couldn't find enough of them. Crap, this should be going priority, so I lost 10 cents putting in my own poly mailer. Birdwell beach breeches. There you go. Is that a pair of swim trunks too? Birdwell beach breeches. These are Prana pants. I love picking up these Prana pants and talk about them often. Any of the Prana pants that have a nylon or stretchy or some sort of wicking blend, they always sell for me. These sold for $28. I paid $5 from them. Yeah, 16 was his number. Whatnot is so easy to buy on and so easy to overdo. It is so easy. You just swipe, win. And then once you get free shipping, it's so easy to be like, oh, I got free shipping now. Might as well just get more. It's nothing. I mean, there's good and bad with everything, right? There's plenty that I bought and resold. I love finding those shows where there's not a lot of people. You get a lot of good stuff. Resell it online. I've heard about the Miracle Suit too. It's like Tux. Miracle Suit. So swimsuit, Miracle Suit. Okay. Priority, right? $5 for Prana into 28. This is a Johnny O. Johnny O 100% cotton shirt. I really don't like picking these up anymore unless they have a blend to them. This was an older listing. Picture was taken on my wood floor. It sold for Johnny O $15. That is why I don't like picking these up anymore. What's up, Nate? So, speaking of Tennessee and the Bulls, Tennessee and Nate, because he reminded me he went to a game down there. So the Sweet 16, Purdue, which a lot of you guys know I went to Purdue. Purdue made it again to the Sweet 16. I think this is like 6 out of 7 seasons, something like that. And they're playing in Indy, which is an hour away from Purdue. Crap, I did it again. And Tennessee is playing in Indy versus Kentucky. That will be a really good game. The tickets for that game we looked last night for the Tennessee-Kentucky were like $600. Is Clothing Arts any good? Yes, Tim. Clothing Arts is a really good brand. Clothing Arts is a pickup. Bolo. We'll call that one a Bolo. Be on the lookout. You don't find them very often. $50 for Birdwell Beach. Birdwell's Beach. Okay, there we go. Been a while. What's up, Chase Scott? What's up, Chase Scott? All right. Next item. Another Vineyard Vines. Another size small. Vineyard Vines Performance. You guys know, pick these up. These are my bread and butter now. Vineyard Vines Performance. This sold for $23. $23, yeah. There's another Vineyard Vines that sold for more than that. More than that. Go Gators. Yeah, the Gators. Hey, Catherine, you guys almost lost that game. Go Gators. That was almost an upset, but I'm really happy you won. I'm really happy you won. No. The Gators almost lose. Who almost lost to UConn? Who almost lost to UConn? I don't like UConn. They beat Purdue last year in the championship. Here are the other vineyard vines. New tags. I bought these in Chicago too, Nick. If you're still watching, bought these in Chicago. These sold for $30-something. No, they didn't. They sold for $28. $28 for these vineyard vines. Florida almost did. Yeah, Florida almost lost to UConn. So, yes, go Florida. Go Vols. Why can't I sell Boss or Hugo Boss? You mean like not having good luck with it, Fred? I don't pick up a lot of Hugo Boss anymore. It just doesn't sell that well. The retail is expensive, but the resale just doesn't do well. Do pre-owned women's swimsuits do well? I'm surprised. I have to do some research. I think so, Lucky. I don't find a lot of them pre-owned women's swimsuits. I don't look through that section of the thrift store. Women's swimsuits. There's good money. There's good money in not so popular brands at listed reasonable, affordable prices. Seems to be becoming my niche. Yeah, Chrissy, that's probably actually where the most money is to be made. Just a lot of people don't want to go down the avenue. So the not so popular brands, maybe just like a Levi's pair of jeans. Most people don't pick them up, but you can sell them for $18 all day long in used condition. Your buy cost is very important. I'm excited to play state. Oh, yeah, Nate, state in the Special Olympics basketball. Let's go, Nate. That's going to be awesome. You're going to do well. Nate, you always played well for us, so I know you'll do great. Performance small golf shirts sell for me. K-Way leaving them for us. I know. K-Way's always leaving the smalls. Always saying small doesn't sell. Go to his live later and say, Surf packed this morning, and he packed at least 3 smalls polo shirts. These are Patagonia, new tags. These again were retail arbitrage. Patagonia pants, new tags. Don't remember what I paid, but they sold for $60 on Poshmark. $60 on Poshmark. So I have those shorts. I need a list. Which one were the? Oh, do you have those Vineyard Vine shorts? What's up, Ethan? Ethan's in the chat. Ethan Banks. We love Ethan Banks. Look at Ethan Banks. Thanks, Ethan. Coming in. Now, this Polo Ralph Lauren, I thought would sell for more. My buddy who I trade vintage stuff with, he gave me this. So I traded him. He gave me this. I thought it would sell for more money. Check this Polo Ralph Lauren out. It looks good there, but look at that. New York cycling team. I mean, that is sweet. And it's got a zip and a little button. I mean, this thing is sweet. Guess how much it sold for? It sold for $29. Why? Because that's where the comps were. Unfortunately, the comps were not that great on this. I was sad. Gators almost lost to UConn. I know. Jeez. Lucky brand. I love this brand. Do you do well with this brand? I have to pay $8 for Lucky Brand jeans, so I don't pick them up. I can't sell them. I have a hard time selling them for more than 20 for the most part, unless they're like a certain size. If I could buy Lucky Brand jeans for like under $5, I would probably pick a lot more of them up. What size poly mailers do you keep on hand? Is it worth getting 15 by 19? Yes. Like, I think these are like the 15 by 19, these eBay bags. These are great for like hoodies and sweaters, things like that. I think it's good to have some on hand. Just read the news article this morning about how the tariffs are going to affect clothing prices negatively in new clothing. I'm guessing that's not good for us resellers. It's actually good. I'm guessing that's good for us resellers. Sorry, Lucky. Yes, it's actually good for resellers. Because those people, they'll be like, oh, I actually don't have the money to spend up on that. I'll just buy it on eBay. But yeah, it's gonna tariffs. If the tariffs stay in place and a lot of people have companies have their stuff made in other countries, obviously it's going to cost those companies to import them, which they're going to have to bump their prices up. That's why Nike stock, if you look at Nike stock, it's at a 5-year low, I believe. It's because the big tariff scare is part of it, and they got rid of their CEO. What is retail arbitrage? It's when you go to a retail store and you buy stuff cheap, and then you resell it online for a profit. So you go to a clearance section at Meijer, You buy Carhartt shorts for $5 and you resell them on eBay for $20. Here's a pair of really wacky Duluth. I've never found any of these. These are like snow pants almost, but they're not insulated. Just a nylon, thick Duluth. That's an older Duluth tag. The reason I bought these were the size, 38 by 34. Amy, you like that? I come to say hi. That's why you're my favorite, despite Wayne's desire to be my favorite. Did he ever sell you that Typhoon Lagoon shirt, Ethan? Did he sell you that? When is summer slowdown? Usually August, July and August. Things start picking up like mid-September. July and August for me has been summer slowdown. I know, Amy D. Oh, thanks. You single-handedly make more shit. You single-handedly make shit more expensive. Yes, I do. But with two hands. So I make things double more expensive for people. You're welcome. Goblin. Your name would be Goblin coming in here. Goblin. Yeah, so that's when summer slowdown is. Sold for $150. Sold new with tags Brunello Cucciolini men's cotton crew neck tee. Size small. White. MSRP $375. Sold for $150. Let's go. Yeah. Because most people that wear that brand, I think, are pretty slim. It's Italian, right? So we're going to wear size small, show their body. I feel like I'm in spring slowdown. Dre, my sales have been really good the past 2 weeks. Just keep listing, and I don't know. I'm running that 9% promotion on eBay, promoted sales, because of Ethan. I talk about you all the time, Ethan. I had to pay $100 for it. That's still a good deal, though. I'd have bought that for $100. Yeah, so Ethan promoted at 10%. I decided to promote at 9%. And I'm selling a ton more promoted now. All right, guys, that's all I have. Andy's making me start Whatnot on Wednesday too. Ethan, you better let everyone know when you're doing Whatnot. If you don't follow Ethan on Instagram, you better go follow him. Ethan Banks, shoe guy. All right, that's it, everybody. Thanks for coming in. You can always rewatch this if you're just now popping in on YouTube or Facebook. And have a great day. Am I going thrifting today? No, not going thrifting today. Today's a work day. I'm going to be doing some thrifting over the next couple weeks, but I'm doing a lot of photos to get ready for spring break, to load my store for spring break, and load my phone, because we have a long car ride and I can list hundreds of items on that car ride. All right, Ruth, we'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Have a great